Okay, so had a little bit of a leak when we first started the engine. Carburetor was overflowing. This is a little ball check valve. It's an aftermarket thing right there. That little chrome colored ball, just as the float comes up, puts a little pressure on that ball and shuts the fuel off. I disassembled it, found just a little bit of dirt behind there. The rest of the carburetor was done a few years ago, so I didn't suspect that there'd be anything wrong with it. The air adjustment on the needle seat here, that was all fine. So now I'm just going to clean the venturi out a little bit, nice and clean, buffed it up with a little bit of steel wool, and now we will reassemble this. And I'll just put the float on and show you about the right float height. These are pretty simple carburetors that really don't experience too much trouble with them. The most problem you'll have is dirt. However, we should have that dirt problem pretty much solved. The tank is clean. I'm running a little Marvel Mystery Oil, a little more than I normally do in the oil for a fresh engine. I like to, or in the gas rather. I like to run that Marvel Mystery Oil, and I like these setups here. This AC filter, the fuel. I took the old bowl off that came as original equipment on this, and I'll show you why. It would let little particles of dirt through. Let's see, here it is here. I replaced, this is the original style fuel filter setup bowl. There's a little screen in the bottom here. You'd open this up, drain water, which today isn't much of a problem with fuel. Pretty much you don't see water, especially with the alcohol and the gas. It absorbs it. And I did at the time replace this valve as well, where I can probably take this apart and fix it with some new neoprene seals, but it was leaking fuel, so I chose to put one of those new style in that are guaranteed for 2 years not to leak fuel. Worst thing you could do in a garage is come in and smell fuel. You're coming home from work and want to hop in your car and go for a ride and you smell fuel. Plus it's dangerous, you know, so I'll take a picture of this in a second when I put the float back in, and I'll show you about the right height.